Let me show you how easy it is to build a MindStudio agent that creates a heat map for a website that you provide. What is a heat map? A heat map is a predictive attention graph that shows where people will view most likely on a website, such as on a call to action button or other aspects of that website. Let me show you some examples. This is a heat map of a sample e-commerce site. The colors that are in red are locations where predictively a person would more likely focus, such as here, this call to action, the title of the bar here at the top, and these are less likely. This gives you indications of how you could redesign this website. Here's another one for another e-commerce site. Here you can see the predictive heat map shows for like the torso areas of these clothes. Here's another one for tech meme, where you could see how predictively it's looking at the top stories right here and then sponsored posts. And here's one for MindStudio, where it predicts that the user would see this title here and this call to action, and then these instantly use over 200 AI models down the bottom. And here's the last one I'll show for The Verge. And here we see it's more like a news site, and here we see it's focusing more on Trump here, the title here, and the title of this headline article. So all of these that I've shown you now are heat maps made out of this MindStudio agent. What this does is, through a custom user interface, it will ask the user what is the URL for this page, scrape that URL, it will get a screenshot of that website, and then it uses Nano Banana Pro to generate the heat map. And then it uses a generate asset block, also using a custom user interface to display it. Let me show you how this works. I'll open the published version. Now this is a custom user interface in a user input block, where it describes very briefly what is a predictive attention heat map is. You paste in whatever URL that you want to do a heat map on. In this case, I'll use MindStudio's website. And here we see the heat map for the MindStudio site. You can click on it to expand it to full screen. And we can see here this time, Nano Banana Pro parsed the website, the entire website, into 3 pieces. So it's essentially doing the entire website. And here we can see the call to action here on the top right, the text in the center, and the call to action here. And then the call to action somewhat on the upper half of the first page, and then somewhat on the other call to actions throughout. So this is a great way to audit your own website to see where would a person's attention, where would their eyeballs tend to track on your website. And then you can make changes to your website and then run this again to see how well it compares. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I'm going to share the remix URL of this agent in the comments once I post this onto LinkedIn. Thank you for watching.